Yesterday, I posted a video about the Marvel Legends Haslab. Today, a little follow-up. But to be honest, I blame Mephisto. Pow, and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. And at the risk of digging myself a bigger hole, I have came back today to talk about the Marvel Legends Haslab, which is undoubtedly a hot topic in this community at the minute. So, full transparency, yesterday I came home from work, I seen the Mephisto reveal, so of course, Marvel Legends channel, I wanted to film a quick video for it, and the way these videos work, they're very unfiltered, unedited. I just put the camera on like I have now, and I just talk to the camera, because I always feel like I'm talking amongst friends. I assume if you subscribe, you like the content. That's sort of how YouTube works. So, I was just filming a video. I went off to football. I came back to a reaction I wasn't expecting and a lot of abuse. Now, some of that is warranted, honestly, because like my video, again, it was unedited and it was like I should have maybe chose some of my words a little bit more wisely, and that's on me. That's my bad. I take responsibility for that. But I also think there are definitely a portion of people that are taking segments of what I said and really blowing that out of proportion. Now, I understand that everyone in this community has different thoughts and opinions, and I do not expect anyone to feel my way. But it doesn't give people an excuse to be like actually abusive to me. Yesterday I threw a few words out there and I'll get into that, but the first thing I want to address is the Batmobile, because I honestly mentioned the Batmobile at the start of my video because I thought it was a funny line. I thought it was genuinely a funny, sarcastic comment and observation of the community at the minute, because whether you look on Reddit, Facebook group, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, people are talking about the Batmobile and comparing, and again, not saying you're wrong, quite rightly, another 1/12 scale vehicle to the Marvel Legends Haslab. So a lot of people got offended. Like anyone out there who mentioned the Batmobile started to think I was like addressing them and calling them toxic. That wasn't the case at all. It was nothing more than a sarcastic observation on my part. And I just want to show yous, I'm with yous. I'm one of yous. I also have this epic 1/12 scale Batmobile with lights and smoke and sound and RC. Really like it. I actually got mine on clearance at Costco as well. So again, I'm with you. I get it. I really do. So the Batmobile comment, honestly, people, please, I wasn't directing any negativity towards that. It was just a sarcastic comment. At least I thought, but noted, Dan W's not funny. People don't like sarcasm. Shut up. Noted for next time. I get it. Okay. Now let's talk about Marvel Legends real quick. So, we're in a dark place, people. The golden age definitely seems to be in our rear view, unfortunately, and that's not at no fault to the community, to be fair. This year, we have just got more frustrated and more frustrated as time has went on. We've had to deal with a lot of change, and change in the wrong direction. We're talking about price hikes, multiple price hikes on Marvel Legends without the product to seem to go up to match the value of the product. So price hikes, big deal. We're also dealing with the new plastic-free packaging, which collectors don't like. I don't like, and I've been very vocal about that. I don't think it's very good. And again, I understand that's a Hasbro mandate, not really a Marvel mandate, but still, we don't like it. Something needs to change. Where's the future hold? That also brings a lot of other issues with it, with like figure swapping and QC issues. And if you guys genuinely watch this channel, you know I've had to deal with those QC issues myself, and I've been very vocal about it, how it's not good enough and it needs to be addressed. So price hikes, plastic-free packaging, QC issues, all big deals. I've just took some notes to make sure I don't miss anything. And also the digital renders, a fair point from people. The digital renders on the front of some of this plastic-free packaging isn't accurately representing the product that you get in the box, which is a bit of false advertising, especially if you're buying off the shelf, brick and mortar. And I can understand how that's not good enough. That needs to change. So all of these negative elements are definitely fueling the collector, and we're getting frustrated. People are getting frustrated, and quite rightly so. And this Haslab this past week was the final straw for a lot of people. That price was higher, too high for a lot of people, and it is granted very high. And people do not think the price is matching the base offering of this Haslab. And again, I genuinely do agree. I don't think the base offering matches the price. Now, yesterday, all I did was offer an alternative to sort of suggest, well, maybe if we got behind this and started unlocking something, would make it worthwhile. But in hindsight, I do feel like I was a bit quick off the mark again, a little bit unfiltered, talking from emotion, just from love of the line. And I should have chose my words a little bit more wisely, because I understand people are not trying to back this thing to send a message to Hasbro. Now, whether that message is going to be received in the way that people want it to is a whole different conversation. But people definitely want to send a message to Hasbro by not backing this campaign to say it's not good enough, the base offering does not match the value. We're out. We're out. And quite rightly so. Again, people sticking to their guns, and fair play to you. I just come from a place of love for the line. Not a love for Hasbro, a love for the line of Legends. Something that I love so much. I've been collecting for years. Big investment in this hobby. And I would just love to see some cool items. And I genuinely do think the car looks cool. Like I do. Is it worth the value? Again, different conversation. But I would like that Robbie Reyes car in my collection. I love adding new characters. I love discovering new characters via the medium of action figures. And that's something we can do here. We're going to get some unlocks with characters we haven't had in the Hasbro era. So like, I was excited for the potential of this project. But I understand that a lot of people do not feel the same way, which is absolutely fair. And yesterday, I didn't mean to come across to say that anybody that's not backing this and doesn't think the same way I do is toxic. Yesterday, when I was using the word toxic and I was using the words like big man syndrome, a lot of people got very defensive. And that wasn't my intention again. I was talking, every community has this section of people, by the way, and you know they exist. Please don't pretend they don't. There's a section of nameless people that hide behind usernames and accounts that are just negative for no reason. They just hate for the sake of hating. They just jump on this hate train, and if you like something, they tell you to hate it. Like, there are definitely a portion of people out there. So I'm talking about them, because I go to Reddit, I go to the Facebook groups, and there are definitely people out there that do not listen to like people's opinions, and they just tell you to hate it. And that's who I was addressing yesterday, because a lot of them have started creeping out from under the woodwork. But because I sort of said that in the same sentence as the Batmobile, I understand how wires got crossed. So again, that's on me, my poor word choice, I suppose. So I take that one on the chin, okay? That's my bad. But I'm not talking about the people that are making videos with some great points about the value and how the tiers shouldn't justify the value. The tiers should be a reward. They should be a bonus to the people that are being loyal and supporting the campaign. Like, the base value, the value of the product should like represent that in the first thing, and then the tiers should be rewards for the people that are backing the campaign. I completely get that, and I really do agree. I really do agree. Yesterday, again, I was just coming from a place of emotion and love for the line, just sort of offering, spitballing an alternative. That's all it was yesterday. Again, these videos are unfiltered, unedited. There's no cut choppings here. It's just me and a camera talking to fellow collectors of this community. Now, I don't expect everyone to like me. Of course I don't. I didn't put myself on YouTube to be liked. I put myself on YouTube to share my hobby with anyone who was willing to listen. And lucky for me, I have built a nice little community of people that just love talking toys. Like, we just try and find the positive within it. And don't get me wrong, it's getting hard. It's getting hard. It really is. But we're trying. We're trying here. And all I did yesterday was try and offer an alternative to say, look, if we got behind this and we started unlocking things, maybe the value would be better and would feel better about the product. But I understand how a lot of people are taking a stance and they're saying it's not good enough, and they want to send a message, and I completely get it. I just hope that the message is received. I really do, because I really think that Hasbro see this adult collector community as a small slice, a small market, and to them the Haslab projects are probably just a bonus. So I don't think this message is going to be received in the way we intend it to, and that's what I worry about. And I feel like, why should us as collectors miss out on some cool items to send the message? But then in the same breath, I completely understand that, like, we need to take a stance too. Like, we can't just keep funding it, because then things will keep coming and it's like nothing will get better. So again, I completely get it, people. I really do. I see both sides of the coin, and I'm not sitting on a fence here. Like, you know, I've backed it. I would like to see this project come to life, but I understand that a lot of people feel completely differently, and that's absolutely fine. I am not saying that everybody not backing this is a toxic idiot. No, of course not. You're actually much more sensible than I am, really, honestly. All I was saying yesterday, that there are very much a portion, just a portion of this community that are just hating for the sake of hating, with no actual logic to their argument. But there are a lot of people with some great points and some great logic, and a lot of people that I'm fans of. Again, when I'm not on YouTube, I am fans of this community. I watch a lot of live streams, honestly. So, like, I am not direct. If I had an issue with someone, I genuinely would mention someone. Like, I have no qualms, honestly. I put myself out there, but it's not any particular person. It's that small, nameless, sort of faceless group of people that just hate for the sake of hating, and are like sort of pushing people to just hate on it with no logic. But again, there's a lot more. There's a bigger portion of people that are a lot more sensible and a lot more logistical and bringing some great points and facts to this whole conversation, which I valued by me too, honestly. And all I was doing yesterday, again, was offering a very unpopular alternative. But lesson learned. I will try and keep those thoughts contained. Obviously, I'm here on the channel to talk Marvel Legends. I've addressed this further on my live stream tomorrow, but I also appreciate that not everyone watches my live streams, so I thought a little quick video, well, sort of quick video, would sort of help me address that. But I've been talking for 10 minutes, and I do feel like I've done nothing more than dig myself a bigger hole. But honestly, if you genuinely have been watching more than one video on this channel, I'd like to think that you sort of understand it didn't come up from a place of malice, and like, you know how I really feel about this community. Like, but again, if you like what you see here, please do subscribe. Much appreciated. Hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I did lose like 3 subscribers yesterday, but then gained 4, so it wasn't too bad after all. Again, I'm just here to talk Legends, and thank you to the super producer Rich. I will be talking about some new Marvel Legends soon as the Tesseract has come. Maybe I should use this Tesseract, go back in time, and maybe not put out that video, because that's not going to bode too well for me, is it now? Let's be honest. But I will be back tomorrow for the live stream. Come and join me on a live stream if you want to chop it up in the chat, honestly. Or again, you feel I didn't turn off the comments, even though I'm expecting abuse. The comments are open again. I will try and apply to everybody, but honestly, people, I get it, honestly. And again, let's look at this Haslab before we get out of here. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's not looking good, is it? Not looking good. Again, not holding my breath with this one. But as always, follow me on Instagram. It's Dan Who. I'm on Twitter as well at Dan Who Reviews. And as always, I will of course see you on the next one.